the game. From the gun, give on the inside. They'll knock it down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. Guys, let's give a little context to where Army is. The portal can work wonders. It can have specific roles to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
The Black Knights line up and hunt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punch bowl. Makes the catch at the 30. Montgomery's team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Yellow Jackets offense has the ball for the first time. And here it comes for the first time as the starter, this talented freshman. And Jesse, it seems like quarterbacks mature quicker and quicker these days, and they're ready to grab the reins.
Yeah, you're seeing it more and more. There's more high school quarterbacks that are ready to take the next step and compete and perform in college football. But listen, I started as a true freshman back at Florida. I guarantee you he has so much nervous energy going right now because he has never played in an environment like this, and he has never played against competition like this either.
No, it's crazy, and that was 1920. So imagine now with all the technology and how much he's feeling the nerves. Obviously, all the eyeballs in the stadium is on him. And everybody knows what he's capable of, but he's going to be the first guy to touch the football. It's going to revolve around him, and that's a lot to ask for a freshman.
And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short game.
Great job by the defense winning those early downs. Now you get him in a predictable situation. 3rd and long, you bring in more DBs, more speed, more fun blitz packages. Get to have a little fun, go get the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got a man, it's Need. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Yellow Jackets will have it 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch it. They draw a 1st one, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. And the PAT makes it 7-0.
And to have a rushing touchdown on that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the 2nd level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, with his speed, he was gone.
The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Going with the ground game left. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play, the 2nd drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
From the gun, to give, looking for room. Finds a little bit of space. He'll get 3 out to the 15.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Nice move there. Just keep moving. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. He'll pull it on the read. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
The offense thought they had a good look to run that play into with
himself. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
Runs through a tackle. They will work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. And the Black Knights are on the move. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Gives it to the back on the draw. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
This is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them. And you saw it right out of the defense.
Now he's looking to throw it. Bringing the heat. He'll try to do it himself. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get.
There he goes. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground cover to pick up the first. They go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. That's exactly what happened.
Lost one deep down the right side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. The Black Knights will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away.
Oh, that's so stupid.
Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Didn't find much room. He'll pick up a couple out to the 5.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Give to the running back. He finds enough room to get it over the 10-yard line, and he's down at the 13. He's up to 55 yards on the ground, and they wanted to have an identity as a running team, and he's giving them that the season opener. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line needing just inches for the first down. They'll move the wide receiver. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Back down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback. Stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets down there just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on 3rd down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's 3rd and long or 3rd and inches, you just have to go execute when you do it.
Let's keep those sticks moving. Fine play action. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going for the big play. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
It's been a tale of 2 drives from this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow. Allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up one first down, but really nice job.
He's got it. First down and more. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere. Just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do.
Oh, what the fuck? I did not know that was played like that. Wow.
How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats.
Job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Throws it out in space. Able to scramble 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. But don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're just continuing to run this tempo up. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
He'll off one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Black Knights will send out the punt unit. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The rambling wreck offense rolls back onto the field. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab on the left. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. On first down, here comes this offense. is made. The Yellow Jackets with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Going to take a shot on second and short. Finds the tight end. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleed.
Inside the 10-yard line and shoved out of bounds at the 9.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you could tell they want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him. He takes off with the football, and they just trying to get to him, try to get him on the ground. But this defense choosing to blitz right now in this football game.
Caught in the backfield. It's Salter. Touchdown! Georgia Tech! Oh, they will be in and strolling into the end zone for the score.
I know we're only in game one, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game, and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
Fighting off the defender. Turning it off. Little bit of scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. And the Black Knights moving quickly to the line.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do?
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. First down sack pushes it back. Now it's second down. To the ground with the back. Breaks the tackle. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Let's look at the big picture for Army. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus. The number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys have decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man. You don't see a lot of this in college football nowadays. A lot of people leaving. They're doing a good job of retaining their guys. They must have built a really good culture.
They kick it away on fourth down. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. And the returner goes down. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Going right to work up top. Makes the grab. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Still some work to do after that last completion. It's second down. Wants to go up top. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Pulls it in, it's Rush. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Pulls and throws off the RPO. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
And this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for me.
Has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance to tack another one on before the break. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver. So given where the line of scrimmage was on that last play, the pass interference penalty in the end zone will put the ball at the 2. And the Yellow Jackets will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. He wants to change this route. The snap sets up the throw. Floating away. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. Have to put that first down behind them. It's 2nd and goal from the 11.
Let's make something happen. Come on, dig deep. Soto, I'm going all the way.
He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Oops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty.
False start on offense.
Not much of a decision to make there. The defense will move them back. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal?
Here we go.
Looking to fire. Here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Hey, guys, when you're down close to the goal line, you're allowed to run the football. They've tried to throw it now twice. On 1st down, they get sacked, and now 2nd down, they get sacked. They're going the wrong way. If they get into another situation like this as this game goes on, they can turn around and hand it off. Now you're almost forced to throw the ball now on 3rd down in the red zone.
Now on 3rd and goal, and that earlier sack left them with more ground to cover. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He's going to run. There he goes. Quarterback trying to do it himself, but he will not get there. It'll be 4th down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Never a doubt. And now the lead is extended a little further. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. Here's the return from inside his 10. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. Wants to throw. It's Ford. Here's the pressure. He's going to take off. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Black kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
How about the linebacker breaking on the football, seeing the quarterback, the ball comes out, he moves right to where the ball's going, nice anticipation, and swats the ball.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense, and that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage.
A really nice job by the defense, understanding the situation. We know they like to run the touch pass. Great job selling out, seeing it, bringing those guys right down, flying into space, getting the fast, speedy wide receiver on the ground. Nice third down stop.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
I'll tell you, man, analytics in college football now are changing
Something's
the way
not right with
coaches
this
think
quarterback,
about
man.
down
It's just
distances.
crazy.
And listen, I know there are probably some metrics out there that say you should go for it in that situation because the percentage...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Black Knights.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
This time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. So after scoring the touchdown, he tried to tack on the two-point conversion, but was denied. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
Instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Got it in the middle. It's Mayo. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Trying to get it to the marker. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
I know there are some people that say no. In your own territory, you punt the football and be conservative. No, sir. 4th and 1, I'm hitting the gas. All gas, no brakes. I'm going for this. I prepared for it all week. Nice job by the offense getting the first down on 4th and 1.
Breaks into the open. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. He's piled up 87 yards on the day, and the defense has been getting a steady diet of this dude on opening day. The Yellow Jackets are moving quickly down the field. Quarterback on the keeper. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. the scramble. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack. Kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone. He tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Always expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category.
Amazing talk to the hand.
Nebraska rolled to a victory, and after putting up this kind of win, there has to be some Heisman buzz around a program that's produced winners of the award from Johnny Rodgers to Mike Rozier to Eric Crouch.
He'll do it himself.
All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Tripped up for the tackle.
And I love this, because you got second and really, really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get third in management. Nice job getting the run, not only a positive run, shoot, you almost got the first down. Now you're set up for good success on third down.
And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. The give to the tailback. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up through the field, and we are not going to complain.
Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the run. Got the first down and still on his feet. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. And the Yellow Jackets will line it up on first and 10. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He'll pull it on the read. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. You're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
He'll keep it himself. Tough sledding in there. Picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on fourth down. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And now the lead is even bigger. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. Let's see what he can do with the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. Nice move to keep running. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets him to the 20-yard line. Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. Quarterback on the keeper. Picks up the first down, still moving. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back start the fourth quarter. It'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. So the final period starts with a second down play. To the air, it's Thorne. Takes the easy completion. Cutting it off. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. And the Black Knights look to keep this drive humming. They try to pop a run on the draw. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
I'll tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the fourth quarter.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, no back to the air. With the catch, it's Hansen. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this third and long. Tight end now in motion. Looking to throw again. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. This kicker's leg is getting a workout. He's already made 3 field goals, and here he comes again. Absolutely perfect. And they'll push that lead down a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we looking pretty good.
Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance for this offense to really be productive. And the last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
You love to see this on offense early in drives. Getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
To throw, it's Thorne. Grab near the sticks, it's Ennis. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. The Black Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
If I had told you that one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football was going to have less than 200 yards passing in this game, you might not have had that on your bingo card, but that's what's in fact happened. This defense has done an outstanding job getting pressure on him like they did right there, getting the sack.
A strike downfield. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They've gotten this drive going, a couple of first downs already. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Leaves it with the running back. Oh, he's got his yards and enough for a first down.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running through it if you want to do that. My goal now is for this lead. If you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make them earn it all the way down the field and take a lot of time off that clock.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Keeping it on the ground to a single back. He'll be brought down at the 41-yard line, not close to the line to gain, and it's fourth down. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Fires to the right. Makes the catch. Goes down to stay on his feet. Touchdown, Army! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like, we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to, and this offense is struggling, and you're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. The rambling wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Maybe they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass call is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting and keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it. Keep getting those stats.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Yellow Jackets are threatening in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Outside the pocket, let's go. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. And the punishment has been extended.
Salt into a wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
We'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Use the play fake, now to throw. He'll get rid of it. Working that left side. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Thorne. Buys a little extra time. He got enough for the first down before sliding, but there is a marker on the field. It might be coming back.
Hold on. Offense.
Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. They send the tight end in motion. He'll do it himself. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead.
And the rush will get to him at the 25. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Throws for the end zone. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield. They couldn't look up.
I think after failing on the fourth down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think we're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
The handoff, keep working on that clock.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Toss to the outside. Creates a little room. There he goes. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
And obviously this offense has had their way getting a huge lead, and now when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
Team coordinators down the road have to let.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And they just keep piling up points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And he tacked on the extra point. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the when you know it's coming and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. And the Black Knights have moved it inside the 20.
Base, 27, jump!
Looking to pass. It's Thorne. Lets it fly deep downfield. And he was looking to the end zone, and they couldn't make the connection.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
And they got him. Didn't have much of a chance on that one, and a fitting way to put a capper on this game. The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
Great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to